In the heart of an African village where the golden sun kissed the rolling plains and the rhythms of life pulsed through the air, there lived a young couple named Nala and Tendai. Nala, with the eyes that sparkled like the morning dew, and Tendai, whose laughter echoed like the song of the river, were filled with joy and anticipation as they waited the arrival of their first child. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the village buzzed with excitement, eagerly waiting for the birth of Nala and Tendai's baby. And on a warm summer's night, under the blankets of the stars that stretched across the African sky, their prayers were answered as their son, Luauzi, came into the world. But as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, casting its gentle glow upon the village, Nala and Tendai's joy turned to sorrow as they gazed upon their newborn son. Born with a skin as fair as the moon and hair as white as snow, Luauzi's appearance marked him as different from the other children, a source of both wonder and worry for his parents. While Nala's heart overflowed with love and tenderness for her newborn son, Tendai's reaction was different. Consumed by fear and uncertainty, he could not bring himself to accept the uniqueness of his child. The whispers of superstition and prejudice that circulated through the village weighed heavily on his heart, clouding his love and doubt and shame. As the days turned into weeks and Luauzi's appearance continued to challenge Tendai's beliefs, the weight of his own insecurities became too much to bear. In a moment of despair and desperation, Tendai made a heart-wrenching decision to turn away from his son, his love eclipsed by the shadows of prejudice. With a heavy heart, Tendai left his family behind, disappearing into the wilderness without a word of farewell. His absence cast a long shadow over Nala and Luauzi, leaving them to navigate the challenges of life without the guiding hand of a father's love. Luauzi's early years were fraught with hardship. His mother, filled with love and determination, cared for him with tenderness and devotion. Despite his mother's unwavering love and the warmth of her embrace, Luauzi felt the weight of the villagers' stares and chill of their indifference. Day by day, as Luauzi ventured into the world, the walls of isolation grew taller, separating him from the laughter and friendship of his peers. The other children would whisper and point, their curiosity tinged with fear, while adults would avert their gaze, their discomfort palpable in the air. No matter how hard he tried to blend, Luauzi remained an outsider. His presence a reminder of the unknown and the unfamiliar. The villagers would not accept him, their hearts closed off to the beauty that lay within his soul. Luauzi's loneliness found an unexpected companion, an elderly man named Babu. With wisdom etched into the lines of his withered face and kindness emanating from his gentle eyes, Babu welcomed Luauzi into his humble abode with open arms. Unlike the others who shunned Luauzi's differences, Babu saw beyond the surface, recognizing the warmth and light that radiated from within the young boy's soul. With a heart as vast as the African plains, Babu reached out to Luauzi, offering him friendship and acceptance he so desperately craved. It was within the walls of Babu's home that Luauzi found solace, his heart taking refuge in the gentle melodies that filled the air. Babu, a lover of music himself, introduced Luauzi to the enchanting world of rhythm and harmony, teaching him to pluck melodies from the strings of an old guitar and coax melodies from the hollow of a withered drum. With each chord and beat, Luauzi felt the weight of the world lift from his shoulders, the music becoming a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding him through the trials and tribulations of life. In Babu's company, he found not only a mentor, but a friend, a kindred spirit whose love for music mirrored his own. As they sat beneath the canopy of stars that stretched across the African sky, Babu shared stories of a life well lived, weaving tales of adventure and wisdom into the fabric of their melodies. Through laughter and tears, joy and sorrow, Luauzi and Babu forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of age and circumstance. Their friendship a testament to the power of music to unite souls and hearts. In the quiet moments between notes, Luauzi found the courage to embrace his true self, to stand tall in the face of adversity and to believe in the beauty of his own uniqueness. And as the echoes of their music floated on the breeze, carried away by the winds of change, Luauzi knew he was no longer alone. For in the company of Babu and the music that bound them together, he had found a home for his heart to rest. As the years passed, Luauzi's passion for music blossomed like the wildflowers that dotted the African landscape. Under the guidance of his friend and mentor, Babu, he honed his craft with dedication and determination, each note a testament to the journey that had brought him to this moment. With the passage of time, Luauzi's talent became too great to be contained within the borders of his village. His melody, infused with the spirit of the land and wisdom of his ancestors, resonated far and wide, drawing listeners from distant villages and beyond. Word of Luauzi's gift spread like wildfire, carried on the whispers of the land and laughter of the rivers. Soon, people from far and wide traveled to hear him play, their hearts stirred by the magic of his music and the warmth of his soul. From the dusty streets of his village to the bustling markets of distant towns, Luauzi's name became synonymous with excellence. His melodies, weaving stories of love and longing, charm and tragedy that captivated audiences wherever he went. With each performance, Luauzi's fame grew, his music transcending boundaries of language and culture to touch the heart of all who listened. His concerts became grand spectacles, drawing crowds that stretched as far as the eye would see, their applause echoing like the thunder across the savannah. As his popularity soared, so did his fortunes. People came near and far to hear him play, willing to pay any price for the chance to be touched by the magic of his music. With each note, Luauzi's pockets grew heavier with gold, his wealth a testament to the power of his artistry and the depth of his talent. But amid the glitz and glamour of fame, Luauzi remained humble, his heart grounded in the simple pleasures of life and the beauty of the world around him. Though the accolades and adoration of his fans were sweet, it was the music itself that remained his greatest reward, a gift to be shared with all who would listen. As Luauzi's fame spread like wildfire across the land, reaching even the farthest corners of the neighboring villages, something remarkable began to happen back in his own village. The same villagers who had once shunned him, casting him aside like a pebble in the stream, now found themselves drawn to his music like moths to a flame. With each note that resonated through the air, memories of their past treatment of Luauzi came flooding back, weighing heavy on their hearts like stones. Among them, Luauzi's father, Tendai, felt the weight of his actions and more deeply than most. Haunted by the specter of regret, he longed to undo the hurt he had caused, to bridge the charms that had formed between them like a gaping wound. And so, with humility in his heart and tears in his eyes, Tenda sought out his son, seeking forgiveness for the pain he had inflicted and the love he had denied. Through words spoken from the depths of his soul, he bared his heart to Luauzi, laying bare the scars of his past mistakes and pleading for a chance to make amends. Moved by his father's sincerity and the depth of his remorse, Luauzi opened his arms and embraced him, allowing the healing power of forgiveness to wash over them in the cleansing rain. In that moment, the walls that divided them for so long crumbled to dust, replacing by a bond stronger than steel and as enduring as the African sun. But Tendai was not alone in his newfound understanding and condition. The villagers themselves, once blinded by fear and ignorance, now saw Luwazi with fresh eyes, not as an outcast, but as a beacon of hope and an inspiration whose light had touched the hearts of all who knew him. With humility and grace, they approached Luwazi, offering apologies and extending olive branches. Their words, a balm to soothe the wounds of the past. And as they stood together beneath the African sky, surrounded by the echoes of their shared history, they vowed to embrace the differences that made them unique and to celebrate the beauty of diversity in all its forms. Through it all, Luwazi found solace in the unwavering support of those who had stood by him through thick and thin. His mother, Nala, and the wise elder, Babu, who had been steadfast companions on the journey of life. Their love and guidance became a beacon of light in the darkest of times. With gratitude in his heart and a song on his lips, Luwazi looked into the future with hope and optimism, knowing that with love and understanding, anything was possible. And as his music echoed through the village once more, carrying with it the promise of a brighter tomorrow, he knew that his greatest adventure had only just begun.